Hi, I'm Dr. Drew, and this is Dr. Drew After Dark. Please be advised that Dr. Drew After Dark may contain sexually oriented content and be unsuitable for young children. Hey, everybody, welcome to Dr. After Dark. We have a very special guest today, the one and only Josh Potter.
Hey,
welcome
how
back.
are you? Thanks for having me again.
It's good to see you. We got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
I needed a palate cleanser after having dealt with Mr. Segura last week, so thank you for
I
getting that
heard
on.
it was gnarly.
Gnarly would be the word. Would be the
Okay.
word. Please don't be as gnarly.
You're affected. I'll try. I mean, I am what I am. So
Although your shoulder hair porn was in the zone of
Really?
gnarly.
Was
It
that
in the gnarly zone?
that was as bothersome to you as the things you saw
It
with
was
Tom?
in the not as bothersome as, but in the zone of as bothersome.
Wild. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought it was kind of good, wholesome fun, but
It was good, wholesome fun, but the way you managed it was particularly gnarly.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could stop, but the world keeps fucking life up. So guess what? The shoulder hair is still available for you folks out there.
How is the demand for the shoulder hair?
It's been life-saving. Thank God. I need it to continue now. I need it. It's been slowing down, now that quarantine was letting up. But now that we're back in the throes of it, I do need some more people to purchase customs of my shoulder hair.
I'm wondering if we could get a little taste of it.
Sure, they're all up on my Cameo. I mean, there's plenty for people to peruse.
It's Cameo.
It's Cameo. It's on
porn.
Cameo, yes.
Cameo
is very supportive, by the way. I have a whole team over there. We just switched over.
Really?
Shout out to Liz for
so they're not
taking me on.
concerned about the...
They love it. They get their 25%, and they say, keep it up, my friend.
Maybe there should be a Josh Potter fans only.
No, see, everyone's on. I feel like OnlyFans is hack at this point. I'm not trying to throw shade to all the fine workers out there, but Cameo has been extra supportive, and I know I have a good team behind me, and they help get me out there. You know the folks at Cameo.
Do they limit the range of behaviors?
They have not said one iota as far as...
and do people just send you... I know what Cameo is. They send you requests.
Exactly.
Little
they say, hey, it's my dad's birthday. Would you mind? I mean, I don't know which one you're going to pick here, but you'll see. I make them all 2 minutes, so I apologize that they're a little lengthy.
Oh, Nairi, how are you, my friend? Your boyfriend, Isaac, he said you're feeling a little bit down, and, I mean, who isn't right now? This is a fucking wild world. I'm not trying to say... that your feelings have anything to do with the circumstances of the hellscape that we live in right now. But if it does, we're all kind of going through it together. And I know that sounds cliche.
Where's the porn part?
You'll see.
Is it coming? Okay.
I'm an example. Let's just put it that way so I can kind of relate. And I want to make you feel better, no matter what the circumstances that's got you down at the moment. And what better way to feel better than to... get the gift of sex work, because once you take a look over here, oh boy, all your problems kind of just melt away through your vagina, right? It's just kind of like
it's a female?
Your problems out of your vagina at the moment. I understand maybe you have to pause it right now, go change your panties for a second. And if that one doesn't do it, we got another one over here. Oh boy, 2 for the price of 1, Nairi.
Last time you were playing with it, though.
I do it varying degrees. Everyone has their own unique experience.
And I think you were even putting hair products in it or something.
I do requests. I mean, if you have, if someone requested a brush for me to brush it, I brushed it for them. Within reason. If the request is within reason, I can facilitate.
What would be outside of the bounds of reason?
People ask for props and food products. I'm not big on the sticky feeling.
You have your limits.
Sticky,
but you can take a shower right afterwards. I mean,
you could, but I just, it's a lot of work. So it's like, is the juice worth the squeeze kind of thing? Am I going to go out and buy chocolate syrup? I don't think. You know what I'm saying? Then we're talking about overhead. We're cutting into the profits.
You got to commit.
Well, again,
I bet your Cameo team would buy it for you.
Oh well, we've discussed things like that. They oftentimes want you to get involved with. I've avoided this. They oftentimes ask you, do you want to participate in a charity we're doing this weekend? And I think, well, I don't think you want me to promote that per se. So then they go, good idea. That's smart. You keep making
Are
yours.
you like one of the hits on Cameo?
I'm doing pretty well. I have enough for them to be up my ass about if I have one coming up. They're like, hey, you got one expiring soon. So get on. You know what I'm saying? So
They last for 6 days, so it takes you 6 days to get around to it.
I mean, sometimes, Drew, I have so many. I do like, you know, 1 or 2 a day, 2 or 3.
Maybe you ought to up the price. Maybe that's the problem.
Well, you know, I would like to, but we are in a pandemic, and every dollar counts. You know, we're kind of feast or famine thinking at this point.
But I mean, if you're
I don't
having
want to
trouble
get greedy.
meeting demand, I'm not
You know,
saying be
sometimes
greedy.
I you know, I have my
There'll be a
moments.
reduction in numbers if you increase the price.
You know,
that's
as most sex work goes, it's a little bit of a head game, and you just you have to be in the right mind space, just like creating any sort of things. You have your off days, and some days you're just like, you know what, I have a migraine today. I can't possibly.
You have a writer's block of sorts.
Yes, it's just
porn block.
you need a recoup day, and you just can't meet all the demands sometimes.
So what does happen in this creative process? What goes on in one's mind when they're creating shoulder hair porn?
I take a rip of the bong, and I go, oh, right, how am I going to do this again for the 400th time? And then I do it. I come up with something.
It's different every time.
It depends on what they ask, you know. As you know, when you do a cameo, it may be the same sort of bent every time, but it's different according to the information you're given.
The needs of the individual.
Exactly. Some people want feet, so I throw in a foot. I'm really flexible, so I can get my foot right up in the view, almost like right in this area.
Almost like it's somebody else's foot.
Some people have even tried to debunk me, saying it was someone else's foot, and that's fucking lies. I'll tell you right now. That's bullshit.
You're an artist.
It is my foot. Yeah.
You're an artist. Your integrity is being
I have
questioned
very nice
here.
feet. Don't you dare question if it's another person.
I kind of feel like I got to see them.
I mean, you can take a look. I have shown you. I feel, but I'll pull it out.
I don't think so. I've not seen your feet.
I've shown you because I think I've shown my ankle at least because my hair just stops at my ankle.
And you wonder why?
Yeah, and I think it's a sock situation.
It could be. It rubs it off.
Let's see here.
Well, those are nice feet.
Yeah, they're pretty good, right?
And they're hairless. Wait a minute.
They're perfect.
There's barely any hair on the knuckle here.
Yeah.
What is with? And you have no hair on your leg
That's
either.
what I'm saying. It starts.
It all moved
starts
up.
at the ankle line.
It all like are you like some sort of anti-minotaur.
You're getting a lot of free action over here, by the way, folks.
Yeah, I want to give my fans, my listeners.
I mean, this little tease.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the whole.
Well, you get your own personalized.
A lot of people paid a lot of money for those.
Your own personalized foot fetish, hair fetish at Cameo.
So that bothered you as much as the gross shit you watched with Tom? My Cameos.
No, you keep saying bothered you as much. That's not true. It was in the gnarly zone.
Okay.
With that.
So it's a big zone, I hope.
It's a decent sized zone, but I would say the gnarly zone is stuff that kind of stays with me.
All right. We're not talking like autonomous zone in Seattle. That kind of small. That's 6 blocks.
Small.
Okay.
No. We're talking about.
This is the United States we're talking.
This is, they brought me into this world and destroyed me. And naturally, I walk away with things that bother me every time I come into this studio.
Good. I just want to make sure what I'm in the zone, because in my zone, that is nothing. They're nothing alike.
So you just performed in San Diego. Mm-hmm. Hey, is your beard fuller, or is that my imagination? Have you grown it out a little more?
It is a little fuller down here in this area.
And what
and my
led
hair
to
is extraordinarily long.
I'm
just like fucking over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why shave? I am not going on dates. I'm not.
Because of COVID?
Yeah, of course. Girls don't even care about STD tests anymore. They're like, you got your test? And you're like, yeah, I got tested. No, I'm talking about coronavirus. And
right.
Like, oh, okay. So you have to do that
It's
over.
a good day if you have a chronic STD.
Yeah, it's fine. They're overlooked. They're like, just please, physical contact. Good God, as long as you got that antibody shit going on or whatever. But, yeah, no, I haven't gone on any dates or seen any women or anything like that, so I don't care. And, so I grew this a little bit more. But I went and did a couple of shows. It was fun to get back on stage.
Saved your life.
Yeah, it did, and it also kind of sucked because I knew it was going to be over, after the shows were done, and then it's another. I mean, the next shows I have on the books are in September. I mean,
so wait a minute. So you knew that the shutdown had already been declared or something?
Well, things were starting to come back, and you could just tell there was this weird vibe everywhere in San Diego. And I don't know if it's like this normally. It was my first time there, and it was just very charged. Things were open, but people were just very on edge. There was a lot of weird stuff going on.
Do you think it's the demonstrations and that kind of thing?
Yeah, it was just like people were just kind of charged up. And I mean, there was like, I was going for a walk at like 3 p.m, and I heard what I thought were fireworks. It was like, rat-a-tat-tat-tat. And I thought it was like a cluster of firecrackers going off. And I turned a corner, and it turns out a guy got shot. a whole thing. It was like in the LA Times. I guess a guy pulled a gun and the cops lit him up or something, but it happened like right there. People were yelling at the cops, calling them all kinds of names. So it was really like just this weird, all weekend long. Anytime I saw a cop, people were shouting terrible things at him. So it was all just very wild. So I stayed in my hotel. I social distanced like that.
This was last weekend?
Yeah. And,
not yesterday, but the week before?
The week before, yeah. And so I, upon coming home, find out everything's getting shut down again. So I'm like, oh boy, here we go. But I knew the clubs in LA weren't opening yet anyways. And it didn't look like they were going to open for a few weeks regardless.
Some of them may go down too, may not make it.
Yeah, I mean, of course. And that's across the country. There's going to be comedy clubs going. And it's really kind of, this is like the new dread I have. I'm just going to paint the picture for you. Comedy clubs are going to start closing because there's going to be another spike in the fall or whatever, as time goes on here, and clubs are just going to have to keep prolonging this limited capacity thing, and they're going to start going out of business, and then you're going to have headliners emceeing just because there's going to be a fucking so many comics trying to get work out there. It's going to be wild. So I don't know.
Let's go on to watch some videos and clear your palate.
Okay,
let's get you turned around here.
Long story short, we're back in it. So my room is staying clean, though, if you wanted an update on that real quick.
Tell me.
Because we got it cleaned, as you saw in the video. And,
yes.
Now it's like the opposite. I don't want it to ever be that way again. So the shutdown is like, yeah, I'm depressed, but it's not like manifesting itself in that way.
Do we have pictures?
Of the clean room?
Yes.
I mean, we have the end of the... I didn't bring like pictures in, no, but I mean,
Here we go.
You can see the reveal at the end of the video. I mean, and now I have furniture and it looks better. I should have brought pictures of the furniture.
Well, this is good. That makes you feel better if nothing else, right?
Of course. And I have things in drawers. I mean, it's just so much better than it was before, obviously. And so, yeah, I mean, it's not falling back into the abyss of my life. I don't know if you saw any of this here.
No.
That's my yeah, that's the worst parts. I want show Dr. Drew the very beginning so he can at least see that my common area is not as sensible.
Is some of that nastiness because of your vision? You don't see it?
Oh, I mean, I don't know, but probably this is where I live.
All right.
That's like the living room
and
the kitchen.
Okay,
they're both clean.
That's
so
good. Clean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not what's in the bathroom.
So no, exactly. So then, this is like how I live.
The bedroom is the problem.
Yeah. I just go anywhere that I share a space with someone, you
keep it clean.
Yeah.
What's the TV doing on the bed?
That's where I watch it.
Do you sleep on the bed with the TV?
Uh-huh.
Without covers?
No, I was doing laundry, because we were cleaning it, so the laundry was being done. So I do have sheets. I actually got a new bed since then, too.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
Yep.
How often do you do laundry?
Every couple of weeks there,
right.
Every other week or so.
And do you have a thing where you live, or you have to go to the laundromat?
I have a thing where I live.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's like one head shave that I did, and I just didn't clean it back up again.
That is RPC level stuff.
Yeah, man, it got bad. I told you I was like 5 bad things happening away from being him someday.
The problem is you couldn't white the way he does. Right?
I know.
You could never perform like that.
Maybe I could if I was.
Is that your shower?
Yeah, that's the shower. It's just nonsense. I have another bathroom too that's cleaner, but
what?
That's the one I use. There's a bathroom upstairs I started using because I was so grossed out by my own bathroom.
Here it's all cleaned out now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Did you have to? What's going on? Is it better?
This is the clean shower. Yeah.
Oh, it's better. What did you? You must have had to take like a.
I didn't do shit. I paid
industrial service.
We paid a lady to come do it.
One lady did that.
Yes, and everyone's like, because there's a joke at the end of the bit where we like pretend we don't pay her, and I cannot tell you how many people flamed me. Like, how dare you not pay her? We paid her. Relax. Like I wouldn't I'd put that in the fucking video if I didn't pay her. Idiots.
Well, that was a good video series. That was again in the zone for me.
Yeah, no, that's tough, right? I mean, it was tough to put out there. I got to say, it kind of fucked me up putting it. I didn't realize, after people see it, some people take some liberties with their judgments.
Like what they say.
Just call me a piece of shit and things. Stuff I say about myself. Nothing that they can say isn't stuff I already call myself. But it's like, I showed this to you. Like, I know this already. You don't have to like.
It makes me
hammer it into me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. So given that's where you live, how did you feel when you went to RPC's house?
Like I said, I was I just kind of put up blinders and walked in there and did my job.
It's not as must not have been as disturbing to you since you lived in an environment sort of.
I mean, that's not like
quasi-
how I was living when I went to see RPC.
I see.
That's literally just 2020 happening to me. You know what I mean? That was the breakdown. I mean, that
I see.
wasn't.
So we're looking at depression there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That wasn't how I mean, like I said, women that I have, been with or what have you in the past were like, I can't believe how bad your room, because they've been to my apartment before.
I see.
You know?
So even for you, yes, that was a detour even for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. So let's do a voicemail here. Let's do that.
Hey, Dr. Drew. Hey, Christina. This is Hunter. My wife and I love the show, and I got a question for you. So this one time, I saw this video of a girl fisting her ass, but it was up to her elbow. I mean, it looked like she dropped a pair of keys down there, and she was trying to get it.
Fisting her own
How
ass?
does that work? Anyway, love the show. Bye.
We had Kate on here, Kate Kennedy, you recall, yes?
Yeah.
She told me a wonderful story how she fisted her own ass.
Oh.
And so it is, it's possible.
What
out
was
there,
wonderful
folks.
about the story? Just the fact that she did it?
Oh, I mean, she did. It was a discovery that she made about her own body. That's a very beautiful story, I think. But, I fisted someone for the first time. Do you know this? Very recently. I fisted a human being, and it is a weird. Have you ever done it? No. It is. I got to tell you, it is an odd sensation. I mean, I have a smaller hand, look at it's petite. And, when I was up to there.
Yeah, you're doing something that technique there that I know indicates you actually did it.
Yeah.
Because people always do this. No,
you-
it's this.
No, you don't.
gotta,
You
have
can't
to-
do
you have
this.
to-
What are you, an idiot?
Yeah.
This is like, what are you, 4?
No, you have to
you gotta
work your
go-
way in.
Yeah, you got to
That's right.
And so once you're in there, though, then that's when it becomes a fist, because you run out of room and you got to kind of like curl your fingers. And it is like, you're not grabbing anything, but it is like you have someone's life in your hands.
No, it's a power position.
It's kind of strange like that. I was like, I could really fuck shit up if I being in here like this,
Probably could. Did
What if I just went haywire? My mom told me this story about a deer diving through a windshield one time, and it came to, and when it came to, it flailed and it murdered the people in the car with its hooves. That's what I felt like inside there. If I started panicking or something, I could really fuck
Sure,
her
you
life
could be
up
just
pretty
like
good.
that elk.
Yeah.
And so
It's weird.
did this partner enjoy this, or
Yeah, she enjoyed it. That was her thing. She was like,
it was her thing?
I mean, yeah, no, we did a whole bunch of stuff that was fun like that. And it was just
Was
one
it
of the fun.
Kate?
No.
And so Kate with her own self.
I'm sure she's done in times those things.
Yes,
but not
of
with
course.
me.
But Kate with her own self.
Yes.
How does the arm even get around? Maybe I've lost my flexibility.
I mean, you don't know.
Is that-
I mean, your beehole's right here. I could. Yeah, I
But
definitely could.
fisting,
you're up
he's
to your
talking about
wrist.
it being up to the elbow.
Well, I think this man was hyperbolizing slightly. I mean, up to the elbow, Dr. Drew. That's how big's the cavity?
That's what I'm saying.
Unless
Yes.
she's going up into the intestine and
Well,
things,
they're in
right?
the intestine when they do this stuff, but the question, you can't make that curve. You can't make the S curve. I guess
Right.
Josh, yeah. But there is kind of a way you could make part of it. I mean, if you really are
If she's a very small woman as well.
You see how there's the big S there?
Yeah.
If you can make that curve, then you've got a lot of room to go.
And if she's a small woman, she could very well maybe get. It's just tough to get up to your elbow in your butt.
Yeah.
That's again hyperbole. Maybe up to here.
Okay, all right.
Which is I would say if I'm telling a story, if I'm at a bar or something and I'm like, I saw a girl put a fucking hand up her butt up to here, I would say elbow too. It's like a fishing tail.
Yeah. And your partner, this was a vaginal fisting.
That one was vaginal.
Yeah.
That was not a fist of the. Of the
All
butt.
right, let's have another voicemail.
Hello there, Dr. Drew. My name is Christina,
Such
and
a
I
relief to have a
have a
female.
rather, silly question for you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so in your last episode with Christina T, you were talking about a gentleman vaping his semen.
Mm-hmm.
And as wonderful as that sounds, I'm actually wondering, so in one of your other episodes, you mentioned that if somebody were to smoke methamphetamine, that they could potentially actually give that to their
Ooh, I know where she's
partner
going. I
if
know
they
where
were to
she's
consume
smart
that, and they
woman.
would actually get like a microdose of methamphetamine that
Not
way.
micro, not so
And
micro.
so I was wondering, okay, hear me out. If
I know where she's going.
potentially somebody were to smoke their own semen who had taken meth, would they also get a secondary high from it? Asking for a friend. Alrighty, have a good day. Bye-bye.
Well, the good news is meth is pretty cheap.
Yeah.
But if it ever becomes more expensive, that would be a way to reuse your cum and your meth. Because the meth is concentrated, my understanding is, about 7 times the level of the blood in the semen.
But how much gets translated through the vape process?
I don't know.
That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah. Did you see that video with the guy vaping his cum?
I have heard about it. What did he?
Can we show
smoke
Josh
it and then taste? Was he talking
yeah.
about the taste? Is my
yes,
curious.
Of course.
Because I had some questions about taste.
Here he is.
3 loads, approximately 3 wanks, and I got my vape full of my cum. And
can you pause it
every
for a
time
moment?
I try this, it tastes different.
Do we know the period of time between the wanks and the loads?
Nope, we never learned
That's
that.
a question. Like, is it over a couple of days? Is it in the same day?
It seems like he was pretty efficient.
Okay, so we're gonna pretend same day
stuff
loads.
will dry out pretty
All right,
quick.
go ahead.
Friend. So today when I vape my cum, I'm going to tell you what it tastes like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tastes pretty good today.
What was that
It's the
sound?
usual. It's a little bitter, kind of bleachy, but there's notes of mango and pineapple in there.
I think the whole eating things and consuming things to change how your cum tastes is a myth.
It's a sham. I agree.
You do too?
I do.
I'll tell you why.
People have tested it and it didn't work.
Well, I would like to do some experiments, and here's why. I had a girl take down a load, and I'm always a little self-conscious because I'm drinking this shit. I'm smoking cigarettes like crazy. My diet's not fantastic. So I'm just thinking I'm, throwing out battery acid here every time. And this girl's like, "Oh my God, you have the best tasting cum." And I'm like, "All right, we don't need to." I'm fine in the confidence department after that romp. We don't need to put the cherry on top. She's like, "No, I'm serious." I'm like, "There's 0% chance my cum tastes good."
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, it really does."
Is there a above 0 chance that she's not lying?
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's no reason she had to lie.
Okay.
The load was already. She could have said anything she wanted.
Think about it this way. Here we are talking about her. How many years later? So there was some motivation.
I don't agree. I really feel like it was like when this was also the fist lady, believe it or not. When you do that,
shocked.
When you do that kind
I
of thing,
am truly just that's flabbergasting.
all the all the pomp and circumstance is gone by that point. You know what I mean? You could say your load takes.
Once you've had your fist up to your elbow in somebody,
right? It was only the
the
wrist,
need to
but
impress is sort of diminished.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no need to lie.
No motivation.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's why I'm saying I'm like, you can tell me, does it taste like dog shit? And she's like, no, it's fantastic. So now I am.
And yet that's an N of 1. Have there been any other evidence of the same?
I have not had confirmation but I have not also been like, you need to work on your loads, because I've also not had that talk. You know what I mean? So this was my only feedback. That's why I need to conduct some more experiments. Maybe change up my diet.
Doesn't cigarettes sort of end up in there somewhere?
That's what I thought,
Yeah.
but she was like all about it. Maybe she likes cigarettes. I don't know.
Okay. More voice message.
Hey, Dr. Drew. My name is Paul. Whenever I was 17, my left testicle grew or swelled up about 3 times its normal size. It felt very much like blue balls, and it was very hard for me to do any type of physical activity, including walking, without getting abdominal pain up my left side, which was the testicle that was swollen. This lasted about a week, and then the swelling went down. But whenever the swelling went down, so did the mass by about half of its normal size. The right side is the same side, twice as big as the left side. Now, this was about 10 years ago, and I've not had any problems since. I guess my question is, what would this be? What could it possibly be? And should I have any problems with being sterile? Thank you very much. Keep it proto.
There's not a woman on earth that would wait 10 years to ask that question.
Right?
She would have gone to the doctor that afternoon, which is what he should have done. So, again, I don't know if you have a cyst, or if you have a varicocele or a cystocele or something that's gotten infected, epididymitis. It could be a million different things. You need to see a urologist, and you need to see a urologist soon. It probably wouldn't affect fertility because it's just on one side, but it could certainly affect the functioning of that testy. But you do need to have that looked at and possibly drained. So.
I'm very much like that kind of guy that's like, I'll wait.
If it goes away, it goes away. I know many men are that way. All right, listen, I want to talk to you about a dick problem. I'm 19 years old. I have trouble busting without the presence of an emotional connection. Could this be because I had a problem with masturbation ever since I was 14? And by the way, when did the word when become whenever?
I don't know.
Whenever I was 14, that's just when will do just fine.
Is that what he said? Is that what he said? Whenever I didn't even.
Everybody does this now, at least in the Midwest, particularly.
Okay.
Just the word when. That's all you need. Let's see. I don't think I've had it as bad as others could, but at one point I was masturbating 7 times a day, though this only lasted a month or so. So what's his question?
He's asking if his jerking off is related to his
It is if
ability
you're still doing it a lot. Yes, it could. And it's nice that you want emotional connection or to feel comfortable.
I'm learning the same thing. Like sometimes
That's why I brought this up to you. I thought you might have something similar.
I mean, I'm just learning that like having a connection with a person and having sex is just like, now it's getting to the point where my dick's really telling me because I'm getting older. And it's
What's
like,
it say?
Well, I mean, just like the hooker in Amsterdam.
Hey,
it's not saying anything. It's going like, it's like, wait, what? We're doing what? You know, like that kind of thing. It's not even like, I'm not even aroused anymore.
Oh boy.
When there's not an emotional.
Did you say something about Amsterdam?
Yeah, when I got that hooker in Amsterdam that Tom bought me, I like couldn't even perform because I was just like so not into it because I could tell
You're so clinical.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like, and now that it's been like that with certain one night stands where I'm not like necessarily all about it. Do you know what I mean?
Have you gotten any problems, any conflict as a result? Women don't take kindly to that necessarily.
You know, they don't. I blame it on other things like, I did a couple bumps or something, you know, like that kind of thing.
And that does it?
Yeah, no, because usually that's the case.
How about the hooker in Amsterdam? Just walked out.
Oh, that one. I mean, she gave a shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like she was like, sweet, I got paid still.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's like,
okay, good.
It's like getting your shift half off. Or
nice,
whatever,
nice.
Yeah, she didn't care, but if girls want to get like upset about that, then fuck them. I mean.
No way, they get upset. Women do get upset by that. They feel
really
unattractive, and it's.
I've had that with the not coming thing a million times.
That happens too, right? Same thing, but it's worse with the. I'm not interested.
Exactly. Yeah.
My name is Morgan. I'm 20. I was recently watching an old episode. You said that women who come from penetration usually do not like oral sex because it is too sensitive. Usually, when I have sex, I can come at least 5 times in less than 10 minutes. It's another Kelsey Cook.
Yeah.
But every time I've received oral sex, I never enjoy it. I constantly feel like I'm almost going to climax, but I can't finish. This happens every time. Is this normal? She's saying the same thing I was saying, which is that women, the fundamental paradigm is if you can orgasm easily with intercourse, you don't like oral sex.
That's really true. It's bizarre, isn't it?
It is bizarre.
I've been noticing it more now that you've been talking about it and bringing awareness to the issue. Mm-hmm. It's made me more attuned to finding out which type of girl each woman is. Do you know what I'm saying?
If they are not climaxing with intercourse, you're going to have to do some work.
Yeah.
Period.
Right.
That's the only way it's going to happen.
And some fall in the middle somewhere. So
some are in the middle, and some are like crossover where they kind of like both. But the ones that are
they're the real fun ones.
The ones that orgasm 30 times in 5 minutes. There's those. Kelsey isn't even that one, right? There's a version that orgasm 30 times in 5 minutes, and there are the will not climax with intercourse, which is a large percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And so men, do your work, huh?
Do it. Do it up.
Some of them might climax shows with little shoulder hair porn, so you might want to include that.
Hey, I try.
22-year-old girlfriend. I've been in a serious relationship. Everything is great. We get along. She has high sex drive, but our entire time together, she has not given me a blowjob, nor is she taking the active role, the initiating role, or being on top. Every time we try, she will only do it for about 15 seconds before stopping and asking to move on to something else. She don't like it. I have understanding, never to be pushy. However, this led to some tension and fighting. She says that every time she attempts a blowjob, she feels anxious, has to stop. Not sure it's related, but her first serious boyfriend and sexual partner was a physically and emotionally abusive alcoholic mother growing up. Well, was he physically abusive? Oh no, she had a physically and emotionally abusive alcoholic mother growing up, and her first sexual partner. Oh, I am her first sexual partner, and she's had serious depression. I wonder if she's on medication. That will mess things up too. How can we get her to have piss on me, beat me? Some people don't like doing oral sex.
Yeah, I mean, you're
it's
not
a different
gonna-
thing when you're a guy because there are other means to orgasm. If you're a woman, that may be the only means sometimes.
Yeah.
And so it's
And
a
if
little
a
more
guy
serious.
doesn't want to do it, it's
a little more serious.
And who doesn't want to? Like, what kind of guy doesn't want to do it? You're not a cool guy.
He's
I'll
not
tell you that.
not a cool guy, not a man.
No, I don't agree. I agree. You're not a man. I think you should. I think you should, even if you don't like it or whatever,
Right.
for whatever reason.
Yes,
I don't know
you
what
do
kind
your-
of TikTok doesn't.
Well, I
like
mean,
it,
obviously, if you're somebody who has a partner that's orgasming with intercourse, you don't have to worry about it. But the rest of you, which is most
but I think
of
you should do it for the love of the game.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, I'm like offended by somebody who doesn't want to do it.
And you have delicate sensibilities, so
I really am. I'm like upset by that. And even if you don't like doing it, just fucking, you're gonna get something out. I mean, I don't understand the logic there.
So
Who's that DJ Khaled? Who's like, I don't eat pussy. It's like,
he
what?
said that.
Yes, wasn't it him, Nadav?
I don't remember. Was it? Wow, Chris
D-
says yes.
Yes, Chris knows. DJ
He
Khaled
lost a
doesn't.
fan.
He doesn't eat pussy. He's like another one, but he's not talking about a pussy.
No,
He's
it's clearly
He's
not.
talking about who knows what.
Let's take a little break so I can tell you about our friends at Bespoke Post. If your mailbox is anything like mine, 90% of the time it is a depressing place. Utility bills, coupons. I don't get stoked about it very much unless I see my box of awesome from Bespoke Post. I love the barbecue, the travel. I saw a cigar one coming. Sends guys only the best stuff every month. No matter what you're into, Box of Awesome has you covered. From style and grooming goods to barware, cooking tools, as I said, outdoor gear, Box of Awesome has carefully built collections for every part of your life. So to get started, they give you a quiz at boxofawesome.com. They learn exactly what you like, helps them pick the right Box of Awesome. And I'm telling you what, it's fun to fill out that quiz. You kind of think through what you like, and they make sure they deliver your preferences. They release new boxes every month across a ton of different categories. It is free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime. Each box, only $45, but over $70 worth of gear in each. So to get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com, enter the code Dr. Drew at checkout. Again, that is boxofawesome.com, code DRDREW. You can get 20% off your first box. That's awesome at Box of Awesome. Next up is our friends at Embark. That's right. I had my dog tested, and turns out purebred Australian Shepherd, as I've told you. No genetic difficulties, even though we worried about it. No surprises, which is nice. And so we could help tell the vet what to anticipate. And we were anxious to, if we had some sort of genetic defect, we could tell them what to look out for. They can tell you about breeds, genetic risk factors for health conditions. Embark provides resources to help you and your vet best tailor the dog's needs. Embark can identify over 350 breeds and varieties and types. They screen for over 175 genetic health conditions to help your vet provide the best medical care possible. Over 50% of dogs are either at risk or are a carrier for genetic diseases. Whether they're a purebred or a mix, Embark can give you a leg up when it comes to knowing your dog's history. You can even learn your dog's ancestry back to their great-grandparents and match with your dog's relatives if you want. That's kind of cool. And listen, Embark was developed by PhDs and veterinarians. It is the #1 trusted source for breed detection and accuracy. Plus, every dog that gets tested helps contribute to their research in discovering how to treat new genetic diseases in dogs and hopefully extend their lives. This summer, Embark has a limited time offer for our listeners. Go to embarkvet.com now. Use promo code Drew. That's not Dr. Drew, but just Drew. You will get $50 off your dog, breed, and health kit. Again, I want you to visit embarkvet.com. Use promo code Drew to get $50 off today. Embarkvet.com. Use promo code Drew. All right, let's talk about some cool guys. Let's see a mousepad cool guy.
Okay, so this guy is really rad, and I don't think Potter has seen this guy yet.
He's really cool.
I bet he eats pussy. That's how cool he is.
This is my Terry Patrick poster. I paid $40 for it on Amazon.com. As a fan of Terry Patrick, $40 for this poster. To me, it was worth it.
It's a mouse
I
pad?
love this poster very much.
Oh no, this first one's a poster.
Okay.
But then
so
it's
there's
just
Terra
showing a
Patrick.
pattern of what he's into.
I certainly got something interesting in the mail today.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Slow down. Same guy?
This guy
Yes.
totally eats pussy, for the record.
Oh, yeah. So
definitely is pussy.
So I didn't hear the accent at the first. I heard a weird meter, but
Well,
not-
I caught an accent myself, and
The first time?
I
The
was
first part?
I did, yes, and I didn't. I was trying to figure out the origins of it there, and I've changed what my initial thought
Okay,
was.
first I just thought we had an autistic kid or something on our hands.
I wasn't going to say I wasn't going to diagnose him, but yes, I did think there was something cognitive going on.
Right,
Yeah.
but then the accent suddenly switched to some vague Eastern European nation.
Yes, turns out it's I thought Asian.
Okay,
an Asian
could be.
culture.
Let's
of
keep
some
going.
sort.
I certainly got something interesting in the mail
Interesting
today.
is not Asian.
Okay.
Delta White custom mouse pad.
Okay.
What's interesting about this mouse pad, I can now jerk off with the mouse while scrolling all over her body.
He can totally pussy this fucking guy.
Her
right here.
pussy is yummy. Her tits
What I said.
are fantastic. I certainly wouldn't mind tasting
See?
her magnificent ass.
Oh, see, this guy is going all the way.
He is cool as fuck, this guy. I want to be like, I'd be like, what's up, homie? I fist bump this guy. You'd be like, that's right, dude. You eat that ass.
It's cool.
What's up?
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Uh-oh.
I received something hot and very good in the mail. Another fucking Delta White mouse pad.
Oh my god. Wait till he figures out how to use a mouse and go on the internet. Wait till he gets past the pads. I mean, right now he's just so in love with the pads. He doesn't
seems
even
like
know
it.
that you could use the mouse to open Google and find these women naked on the internet if you just type their names in.
I'm wondering.
I paid $13 for this mouse pad. They have no posters of Delta White. Just these two fucking mouse pads. A double dose of Delta for my mousey.
He's got to be on TikTok somewhere, don't you think?
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, we got to find him on TikTok.
In all the all the it's like the guys that like can they make rockets and shit. They're like engineers.
Yeah,
that's this guy, but with porn.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, with vintage porn, by the way. This is very specific.
Oh, is she like an ancient, like older?
I don't know how old that woman per se is, but this is like, look at this shit. I mean, this is fucking who's doing this type of porn these days?
I'm anticipating anything because I've seen heavy R stunt videos. Tom showed me last week, and somebody's into those. So
well, no, I knew
having
that.
somebody into this is like, okay.
I mean,
thank you,
Dr. Drew. There's some. We can look at some porn someday that you don't want to look at. But
Why?
This is. I'm just saying. There's a lot of wild shit out there, but this is specific because it is so wildly old school. Like, this guy is the kind of guy that would get like a fucking calendar where it's like a bunch of hot chicks on the hood of a car and be like, holy shit, gold mine.
So there's something that happens when males are developing around age 14 where things they see become like etched into their preferences.
Right.
You notice that?
Okay.
Like, imagine things you're into now and tell me you didn't see images of that when you were 14 and we're like,
No.
No?
I mean, when I was 14, it was like the internet was just starting.
I understand that it wasn't extreme and it wasn't the craziness.
Right. Now, I mean, like, now I see something and it's like, I don't even know. It's like, whatever. You know what I mean? But back then,
you're
you see
not
like
impressed.
Just any porn. You're like, holy shit. Like, moving pictures.
But in terms of the kind of person or profile or anything,
I don't think it mattered.
Oh, it didn't matter to you. Anything.
I remember finding
I think
Playboys
this guy,
and stuff like that kind of thing. Like,
Right. And so you start looking things you had preferences that were sort of
and it's
developed
but it's weird though. I never when I would see the women in Playboy and stuff, they were like almost too perfect. I could never fantasize about sleeping with them. Do you know what I mean? Like, their bodies were too. Even now, like when you see a woman who's like too, like her tits are too big and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird to me. It doesn't trigger.
It's not
that.
good for you. It's not in your preferences. I get it.
Okay, so that's not weird. Okay.
Yeah, no.
But you know what I mean, like the
everyone has their
picturesque
preferences.
bombshell.
Like I said, some people like heavy R stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I think I'm catching on to what that video was now that Tom showed you. So yeah, no, I mean they are. I think I showed him some of those myself.
It just included shit and vomit. And
okay. I thought it was When you say R,
I don't know. It was the website. Wasn't it called Heavy R or something?
It sure was.
Oh, so it was like, okay. I thought you were saying something else.
Okay. It's just a website that Tom introduced me to.
Yeah.
Like,
Josh, I'll send these clips to you.
Thanks,
and
buddy.
I very nearly threw up. Very
Okay.
close to vomiting.
Okay.
I think about it. I get close to vomiting. Okay. Is that it for the cool guy?
For that mouse pad cool guy, yeah.
Let's get another voicemail.
Again, the guy, I just want to point out, I hope he starts learning how that mouse works and he can
I
find
hope
some
so
real
too.
porn.
I get what you're saying. Voice message?
Hi, Dr. Drew. I was just wondering, is there any competition using the silicone menstrual cups? My doctor said that it puts like a suction kind of pressure on your cervix, and it's really bad for you. So I'd just like your opinion. Have a good day. Keep them high and tight.
I know there's always worry about bacterial overgrowth and toxic shock and that kind of thing, but I don't know that there's consensus that it's bad. I'm a little surprised your gynecologist would be discouraging you from it if you wanted to try it. So
This is a pussy cup.
it's a cervical cup, really.
That's what they call it?
Yeah.
Cervical cup?
Yeah.
I did tit cups, you know.
I know. I'm impressed. I heard the suction was quite something.
Yeah.
So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, yes, it was quite the feat. I mean, we had the hand pumped ones,
Yes,
obviously.
that's nothing.
Nothing. And
Yeah.
then we got NASA tit cups.
Yeah,
and
the diving bell. Yeah, that hurt, huh?
a lot.
Did it? How long did you wear them for?
As long as I could. I mean, I kept putting them on and off because I couldn't. They would suction so far in, it would I'd have to peel them off. But I got a couple bruises.
Now the pain from the soft tissue injury from the rim of the bell?
Yes.
Or is it from the pulling out of the
both.
tissue?
It's simultaneous. It's two-pronged pain that is difficult to describe to a layman, you know. But
so Norm in those cups for 5 hours.
Unbelievable.
5 hours.
But he has a little more meat on his tits than I do.
So that would make it a little.
I think it makes it easier. That's what I've deduced.
I heard he's given in to the he's given up on the bells and going to actually have implants. Or
well,
something.
good for him. That's just fantastic. I'm so excited to hear that.
He's talking about going all the way there.
Well, I hope. Congratulations, Norm. Good luck on your journey.
He has a new face tattoo also. You seen it?
Which was the new face? I did not see the
it's
new
a
face
pig
tattoo.
eating a cock.
Oh my! So he's elaborated on the one that existed already.
There it is.
Ah,
nice?
well, that is beautiful. I hope that all his newfound exposure is granting him more income to siphon into his art.
Do more tats.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we want.
Well, look there's Tom commenting about him on the side there.
Congratulations, Norm. What does it say?
It says, way to go, buddy. Looks fresh.
It does look great.
It goes super fresh, Norm says. Pig snouts. Oh, it's so funny. All right, let's do another video. How about a nail eating cool guy?
Okay, we got this guy.
Oh my God! When you said nail, I thought it's.
Kabupaten Bekasi.
Wow.
I think fingernails would have been gross.
That's what I thought he was going to.
Yeah,
that was going to be gross, but this is sort of weirdly impressive.
This is actually cool.
Can you die from this?
You could. The general rule of thumb is if it makes it through your esophagus, it's going to make it the rest of the way. Generally speaking.
But how is that not like a two-pronged chance there? Like it goes through the esophagus, but then it's a whole nother thing coming out of you, right?
Yeah, I don't know how it does its thing, but that's the general.
When you eat something like that,
I don't know the sheer volume. We're talking about
multiple. Yeah,
these are flathead nails. These are like carpentry nails.
Is there some sleight of hand happening? Perhaps?
That's what I wonder.
But my question to you is: when you eat, say you eat one nail, and it goes into your body, and you get it down into your stomach, what does it get like wrapped in shit? You know how like corn comes out in your shit.
Yeah.
Would the nail be like there'd be like a nice shit wrapper around it,
pretty
like
much,
so it would come out
pretty
smooth
much
from that?
By the time it gets down to that place.
What puts that wrapper of shit on it?
The colon contracting around it, but
what makes the physical brown.
Yeah, but it's going to go in the small bowel. It's just brown juice.
Okay.
So it's going to be in the liquid through the small bowel.
And then you hope that the juice gets hard so that
then in the hard bowel, in the small bowel, the water comes out. That's all the small bowel. The large bowel, rather, it just pulls the water out.
And that's
what makes it hard.
The literal shit.
Yeah, and then the nail is going to be in some version of that because the colon's just doing this constantly.
So you got to hope that your shit wraps around it nice.
Yeah. And
Wow.
if it's going to go downstream, it's going to,
I never realized the process of like the.
It seems to me that
physical poop.
if you had a bunch of nails in there, there's a chance you could perforate something.
Yeah, of course. They're going down all wonky in different ways.
Yeah. How about a murder fetish? Let's lighten up with something like murder.
That sounds fun.
Oh my God.
66 times.
What else?
What?
Then I'm going to kidnap you and dump your body in the river.
Oh,
What else?
I'm going to chop your head off.
What else? Keep going.
Chop your arms off. Bury you. Nobody can find you. Burn your ass up.
Well,
He's not doing a very good job at this.
It's an Instagram live.
Yeah, I get what's going on here. So this woman is flicking her bean, and he is like painting a scenario where he is discussing
being raped
murdered
and
her,
murdered.
blah blah blah, and she's getting off on. But he's doing such a piss poor job.
Keep going.
I'm going to shoot your ass.
He's
bad you
tough.
gonna
He's
shoot me? How many
flailing. You
I'm
can
going to
tell.
shoot you 166 times.
He's flailing.
Say it louder.
I'm going to
More
shoot your
aggression.
ass.
More aggression.
Yeah.
You in the chest, so I want you.
This guy is out on it. He's
I'm sorry. I don't
lost
bl-
at sea, my friend.
I
He
don't
is-
blame him. I
You
would
don't
be
think
t-
you-
I would be too. Maybe Josh, you could pull this off.
I'm just saying, like, if this was discussed in advance, if this wasn't thrusted upon him in the moment, he really didn't prep himself very well.
I just think the guy's probably a better guy than the behavior that he's being asked to
Maybe.
You want me to
participate.
squirt?
Yes.
How bad?
Bad. Make a mess. Make a mess. Make a mess. Make a mess. Oh my.
Wait, are those contacts or some shit?
You see that? You see that? You see
Yes.
that? Princess?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Some of these people with their vaginas are violent. They get very violent with them when they're squirting. They like
Some of
slap
these
them
people?
around. Yeah, women, who have vaginas. But that guy, he just, he wasn't I didn't see any truth behind his performance.
Yeah. Yes.
There was nothing there. I mean, it was really lackluster, and I can't believe that woman. No wonder it took her so long. I mean, geez
Right.
Louise.
Yes. Not exactly rangy.
No, he had nothing, no truth to him at all.
No verve.
I didn't. Have you ever? What was the? I mean, you didn't come up in sexting time, so you don't have any of this wild shit.
I have
but
no idea. This is mystifying.
what was it like in the olden days? Would you have to have a pigeon deliver a sext to a woman, or did you
The
just
whole
send it in a mail?
concept of sexting did not. I mean, the idea of that would not.
Not even like erotic literature in a letter, like "Dearest Agatha."
Yes, but
My
have to-
loins are
yeah,
burning
You
for
would
you.
never write it yourself, though. You'd have to take it out of the Penthouse Forum. You ever heard of
Really?
that?
No, I mean I do know what that is, but I had never gazed upon one with.
Yeah, that's where, and young males learned that women read this stuff because the men didn't read it.
Yeah.
And they're aroused by the words. How does that work? It's very confusing.
Yeah, now you have to learn how to write that kind of shit.
Yeah, but the idea of being so exhibitionistic in any way would have been bizarre.
Wild.
I know it's hard to imagine, Josh, in the modern era.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't even know how you talk to people back then. You go like, you have to like, what do they like you for?
You have to be in person, right?
No, I get that part. I know how to do it
I
in
will tell
person.
you that I've noticed that things like breakups can be done with text now.
Mhm.
Right? And
I still think that's a faux pas.
I agree. Il ne faut pas. I agree with you. You should not do that.
Yeah.
But back in my day, people would break up over the phone, and then our parents would go, "Oh, that's cruel. How dare
Really?
How
'Cause
could you?
the
You have
phone
to
would
you
do
show up with your hat and take your hat off."
Now that's like the
So-
polite way to do it over
right.
the phone.
The phone would be like really putting an effort into it.
You'd have to like physically go. That doesn't even make any sense to me. That you'd physically
have the
take a woman
decency.
to a dinner,
Not
or
dinner,
a
just
coffee or
at least
something.
visit the young lady's home.
Oh, okay, that's fine too. You could do
Something in
that.
person. Something
That makes
we'd
sense.
actually show up and have the huevos to actually look the person in the eye and do your thing.
Yeah, no ghosting. That was just
no. Or how would they even work?
Well, I mean, I guess any sort of just non-contact back would be.
But
a
remember,
ghosting back
I
then.
think the reason ghosting wouldn't have worked is that the communities were more at hand.
Yeah, because you knew each other already personally through XYZ. It
Right. There
wasn't
was
like-
not the distance of social media.
Yeah, that's so true.
Right?
Yeah, it's like where'd you meet? Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like the same
Yeah, she
thing.
lives 4 hours away.
We have 16 mutual friends, and now I'm blocked from her. I got to go through Richie to
Right.
get to her. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
okay.
I do. I know what
That,
you mean.
it's interesting. Wild.
Yeah, and that's something. Learning
And then
something.
you have to get in your horse and carriage and go to her home. And
Eventually. Voice message. What do we got?
Hey, Dr. Drew. I've noticed in the shower when I'm having a little wee, it smells like popcorn. And I'm wondering, is this normal? And is it something I could possibly make money off of? Thank you so much.
When he pees, it smells like popcorn?
Isn't that like a sign of a stroke when you smell popcorn or something?
You can have bizarre smells that can be a sign of a seizure or a stroke. But it's not usually associated with anything like I'm peeing and, that odor reminds me of popcorn. I'd be curious. You need to test your wee. You said it was wee, right?
Yeah, that was a weird thing to call his piss.
Okay. Check your piss. See if somebody else agrees that it smells like popcorn. My bet is that's idiosyncratic.
Maybe it's mixing with the whatever shower gel you're using or something too. You know,
interesting. Yeah, the combo.
Yeah, the shampoo, whatever you got, a loofah in there or something.
More voice messages.
Yo, Dr. Drew, this is Isaac. First time, long time. I just had a question about, marijuana, PTSD,
How did I know?
and possible addiction. I had some PTSD due to sexual trauma as a young child, and then, as life's gone on, I'm 23 now, and in high school and college, I found marijuana to help. So I was just wondering how to identify marijuana addiction when PTSD is involved, because it helps, but I'm not sure at what point it becomes a detriment. And it's just so confusing talking with physicians and psychiatrists. There's such a bias, and I'm just confused. But again, huge fan. I'm a mommy, and stay healthy. It's a crazy time. Thanks.
It's a really good question. People that get addicted to cannabis, when they first get high on it, they have a common experience, which is they love it. They're literally in love with it. And they will describe it as a love reaction. That is a unique biology. I smoke pot. I do not love it. I might, like some of the experience. Love is, when patients first started telling me that, I was like, well, that's different.
I think I love it.
Yeah. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful if you love it, because the person that loves it is thinking about doing what every day?
Smoking weed.
That's right.
I mean, yeah.
And so if you can kind of control yourself and
function
or whatever, and sort of be okay with it, that's fine. But if you start to pick up momentum, stopping it is very, 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 very difficult.
What's okay? So what's your threshold in that?
Consequences, like functioning, if you have consequences, and it can take a long time for consequences to develop from weed. And so, if it's working for you, why would you stop, right?
Yeah.
But eventually there can be consequences, and that's when it becomes difficult. Now, the interesting question he's pointing out here is he just motivated to use it not because he loves it, but because it helps him with his PTSD symptoms. And the only way you're going to find that out is to get your PTSD treated and get trauma therapy. And you're going to have to stop in order for that therapy to be effective, and then see if you're okay staying stopped afterwards. That's just, you got to get the trauma treatment. That's the main thing. And you're the kind of person that might benefit from, say, there's hallucinogen therapies out there for trauma, very effective, mushrooms, MDMA, and maybe you want to look into that. I think UCLA has a big program on that now, right?
Yeah, I think I love weed. The way you described it.
Yeah, and
I was like, I think that's me.
So here's how it works. So do you remember the first time you got exposed to weed?
Yes.
What did you think of it the first time you used it?
I remember the first time I used it, I got high,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, this is so much more fun than drinking.
Okay. And then how about the first time you got very high, really high on it?
Again, so much
Same
more.
thing.
I feel so much more
So you didn't
in control than I was when I was getting blackout drunk and stuff. I remember just going this is the answer. And then I would just sip beers and shit.
But you didn't think, oh my God, I love this. This is the greatest thing ever.
I did think that, yeah, probably. I mean, I still think that. I fucking love it. I mean, the fact I can go to the store and just buy it is insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
It still blows my mind. Maybe because I'm so new to California still, and I'm from a place where you just buy it from a fucking guy on the road. Mm-hmm. But it's I'm still God, what a country.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just have to be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful. I mean, the threshold is if it hurts you, it harms you.
Yeah.
But the craziness is that we still have people in prison because of cannabis.
Well, dude,
that
I
is
know.
insane. That's got to be changed.
I know. That's fucking brutal.
Yeah, brutal. We have more voice messages. I knew we were at a big backlogs. Oh, here we go. I'm when I hear a female voice, like, oh, good, phew.
Well,
this one won't be so bad.
Maybe you're wrong.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Dr. Drew. Hey, Christina, if you're there. This is Ben from California. I just had a quick question. I'm 22 years old, and I'm still a virgin by choice. I don't think there's any real problem with me or anything, but I was just curious, if I don't have sex, within the next couple years, is there going to be, since these are developing years for people, is there going to be a problem with my neurology, or is there going to be any sort of long-term issue by me not having it within these last few developing years? Let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks. Love the podcast.
Nope, you'll be fine.
By choice is where I was 22 and I lost my virginity. Not by choice.
Right. It's hard to imagine. When people say things like that, I just want to always be sure that do you masturbate normally? Are you able to ejaculate okay? And do you have a libido? And if you don't, get a medical evaluation, because prolactin secreting tumors in the pituitary are very common. Thyroid things can be off biologically that can make it. They can take away the eye of the tiger, so to speak.
Or it could also just go as simple as like the guy it's been so long. Now he's just like, well, I'm going to own this, and it's my choice
it could be.
now.
It could be, and as your libido will fall if you have lesser sexual activity. But it's fine. I mean, the only thing I would worry about is that he'll get too focused on whoever he is involved with.
It's that pussy on a pedestal.
Yeah,
thing.
Pussy on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Tell me a little more about that.
It's just when I forget. It's a famous quote by somebody, but it's when you're like, the one I lose my virginity to has got to be special, and she's got to be this, that, the other thing. And it's just like, nah, man, that one's going to suck. Just fucking put your dick in it and get it done with. And then you can think about the nice one after that.
Pussy on a pedestal. We have more
40-year-old virgin. I just remember that's where it was from.
Message.
Hey, guys. This is Devin calling from New York. So I'm calling about a strange phenomenon that I've had since I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Revolving around the sensation of cold skin. It sounds extremely creepy and kind of like I want to fuck dead bodies, but it has nothing to do with that. Ever since I was young, it started with like the back of my mom's arms would feel cold, and for some reason I'd have a strange, like, I just want to put my hands on it and feel it. It led to any part of my own body that was really cold, or, my significant other's body. Not in a creepy way, but also seems pretty creepy. Anyway, just want to know if I'm a psychopath or a piece of garbage.
No.
I just want to know if this is something that other people have, or if I have a legit problem.
It's interesting.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. Yeah, thanks.
It's interesting. People, when they have fetishes, you often feel bad about it.
Was that a fetish?
Yeah.
Did he say he gets like aroused from it?
Not really. It's just, but he has to repeat it. He's drawn
just into
to it. Yeah.
Is it nothing more than just a hyperbolic version of enjoying the cool side of the pillow?
No, it's a kind of a fetish. Now he attached it to mom.
That was weird. There's a red flag there, and the dead bodies thing threw up two flares for me.
Yeah. Very much the way, to me, that's what he described as the way foot fetishes get going. That kind of thing.
Okay, how is that? How do they do that?
That's often an attachment to mom. They're down there at mom's feet, and something gets them going. Somehow the emotion is excessive, and that sort of wires in of preference.
Quick tangent.
Yeah.
Do you find that the foot fetish light switch goes off in men when they're like middle-aged?
I've never
more
seen
so
that.
than
well, they may start to express it.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you think it's in there the whole time, but then it just seems like such like a
I mean, look at Norman.
middle-aged man.
Look at
thing.
Norman.
Yeah.
Right. You have these sort of things flying around, and then on it comes. They're just more likely to express it when they're older.
It just seems, up until very recently, foot fetishes always seem to be, to my opinion, amongst middle-aged like golfers. Do you know what I mean? Like dudes like
for
that.
For your feet or for...
Not for mine, no. My clientele is all... That's what's opened my world up to understand feet are for everybody.
Yes,
it's my recent foyer into the sex world of feet.
And so you have no particular profile to your people?
No, I don't. They're all over different swaths of people.
No
all
wonder
over the map.
Cameo likes you so much.
Exactly. We have so many different demos. I'm not the foot thing doesn't disgust me, but it doesn't like...
It's hard to imagine, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Yeah, and it freaks women out a little bit when guys are a little too into it.
I bet.
Yeah. Have you ever been freaked out by any of your people?
That have been into stuff? No, I mean, I'm pretty open-minded. I mean, I haven't had... If a girl was like into my feet, I'd be like, she's a little... I mean, if a girl's into me already, I go, she's a little off. But if she's into my feet, I'm like, okay, that's just another
I'm guessing
notch
that
up, you know?
when I think of fetishes, I don't think of women.
Oh, I thought you meant like Okay, so you're saying the men that peruse my Cameo?
Mm-hmm.
I have not had any odd. I don't even know what I would do with my feet. I go pretend this is your little pee, and then I put it between the toes or something. I'm really just throwing shit at the wall, and it seems to stick. You know what I mean? I don't really know if that's what they're into.
So,
I'm just like literally trying things out. You know.
And by the way, I'm not saying women don't get fetishes. It's just that men are much more likely to get them.
Oh, for sure.
And if somebody's watching a foot fetish of a male, I'm guessing it's a male also. That's
or a really cool girl.
Or a cool girl. One more voice message.
Hey, Dr. Drew. My name's Bo. Me and my now fiance are in our 20s right now, and we're both hard believers that men and women our age can't be friends with the opposite sex without feelings happening. And both of us have kept true to this, and we both don't talk to the opposite sex because we both know in our past has caused problems. Do you think that this is healthy as long as we're both okay with it, or do you think that this is an unhealthy thing to do? Thank you, Dr. Drew.
Well, Mr. Pence.
Right?
Yes. You're kind of right that oftentimes men and women can be friends. So whatever else I say, start with that. They can be. It gets easier as your motivational systems settle down, which is in your middle ages. It gets much, much, much easier. But when you're younger and sort of prime reproductive age, oftentimes a friendship develops because one person is attracted and the other person doesn't respond, doesn't reciprocate it. So the attracted person settles for friend. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if that person
Friend zone and such.
And if that person was a male who was the attracted partner, they're waiting around for their time. That's why that's one of the reasons they're there as a friend. Women are much more evolved. They're much more likely to be able to comfortably maintain a friendship.
But if you're in a relationship and you're a guy in the relationship and you see, like you become friends with it's not necessarily an emotional thing. It's usually you just want to fuck the other person, right? Like you have those feelings.
Right.
So it's not like something that a woman necessarily has to worry about because it's all just like, yeah, I just see a chick and I'm going to want to have sex with her. I'm not going to act on it. Do you know what I mean?
Right. But the point they're making is are because all these things are flying around, are you okay to say, I don't want you to have any male friends?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So like if she's hanging out with the dudes, like there's always those girls that are like, I don't have any girlfriends. I only have guy friends. And you're like,
well, but they don't.
What the fuck's happening there?
But be that as it may, men and women can be friends, but everyone has to be very honest and understand their motivational system. Just because a guy was attracted and is hanging around because he's still attracted doesn't mean he can't also be a friend, right?
Yeah.
And keep calling with those voice messages at 818-253-1693, and do not forget Dr. Drew After Dark at
I guess
Gmail.
it's how threatened you are by it.
Right, and
if you're just like, whatever, this dude's a dork, and
right, and how much well, there's two pieces. One is how much you trust your partner, and the other part is don't just string those guys along.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the part that I see all the time, which is these women in their late 20s would go, oh, Josh, he's so great. He comes and washes my car every Sunday, and he cleans my carpet once a month. And he's just been, we dated one time, but, he's my friend now. We became, and I'm like, oh, no, Josh is into you. He's waiting for his moment.
That was high school me 100%.
Yeah, right. So, well, Josh, it's fun catching up again.
Hell yeah.
I hope this elevated your mood a little bit.
Oh, for sure. No, it's always nice to come in and do podcasts and things like that. And I don't think this one will be as bad because I've already lived through the other one. You know what I mean? I just kind of assume now that comedy's over for pretty much forever, or until there's a vaccine.
No.
It's when I say forever,
I think people
hyperbolizing.
I think things will open back up a little bit again. What else should we look out for you?
Well, I'm playing Fake Sports on Twitch. That's for the whole family. We don't do any porn on there.
Sports?
People come on there and they go, let's see those shoulders. I say, no. You pay the price. You pay the piper for the shoulders. But yeah, no, it's on Twitch, twitch.tv/Josh_Potter.
What is it, a show?
I've purchased the Buffalo Bills, and we've won 6. We're about to win 6 Super Bowls. I'm going to get brash and say that. And then I'm going to buy the Buffalo Sabres as well. So we're going to have NHL hockey. And so, yeah, I play football. I play hockey. Played baseball on 4th of July. So just Fake Sports, do rip bongs, hang out, It's a good time. It's like a podcast that lasts 10 hours.
Twitter.tv _ Josh Potter.
Twitch.tv /Josh_Potter, yes.
And then you'll be back on the road someday soon.
Whenever they fucking open this country up, you know. So, like,
is there? Do you have a Twitter feed?
I have dates. Yes, I am on Twitter at @J_Potter, and I have dates. I have September and November dates. I mean, I hope that they still happen, and they are on sale for the time being, because we're all being very hopeful.
Yes. Indeed.
So,
all right. Well, I'm hopeful too, and thank you all for being here. We'll see you next time. All conversations and information exchanged during participation in the Dr. Drew After Dark podcast or interaction on the drdrew.com website is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Do not confuse this with treatment or physician medical advice or direction per se. You must always follow your medical professional's advice and direction. Nothing on these podcasts or posted on this site supplements or supersedes the relationship and direction of your medical caretakers. Please understand, I am not playing the role of physician in this environment per se. I'm educating. I am a licensed physician with specialty boards in American Board of Internal Medicine and American Board of Addiction Medicine.